In this video, we'll explore using the Pixlr editor for green screening. Green screening, or sometimes we say chroma keying because we can use colors other than green, is taking an image with a solid background, removing that background, and adding a new background, something more fun or interesting. Before you can start, you'll need an image that has a green background. If you want to take a picture of you or your friend or something else that's in the room, you can use the library's green background to take the picture with your phone or iPad, and then email it to yourself so you can use it from your computer. If you need help with this, just ask. If you don't want to take a picture of yourself, or you can't figure it out, there are also some funny green screen pictures on the class website you can use. However you want to do it, start by making sure that you have the photo you want to use saved on your computer. I have this picture of me and my friend Elaine at work on a day we accidentally wore matching outfits. Once you have a photo you want to work with, go to Pixlr and open up that image. Your image will probably open the correct way, but if it doesn't, if it needs to be rotated or spun, you can click Image and then one of the Rotate buttons to get it set up the way you want it. You may also want to crop part of your image. You may want to cut off part of it. To do that, click the Crop tool, and then click and drag on the part of the image that you want to keep. So everything inside the box will be things to keep, everything outside the box will go away. Click and drag on the part you want to keep, then click somewhere outside of your image. The box will ask you if you like what you did. If you did, click yes. If not, click no and try again. Great. Now that you have the image ready to work with, the first thing we'll need to do before we remove the background is to unlock it. If we just remove the green right now, it'll be white in the background. But we don't want white. We need there to be nothing there so we can add a new background. So look in the Layers bar on the right, find the picture of the lock, and double-click on it. Now it says Layer 0 instead of background, and there's a checkbox. If you click the checkbox, your picture will disappear. It's not going anywhere. It's just hiding. That may not be useful here, but it's interesting to know. Next, it's time to remove the background. As you can probably guess, the Wand tool is your best choice here. Click the Wand tool, and then click somewhere in the background of the image. If it doesn't do a good job getting all of the green, you can adjust the tolerance. You can adjust how sensitive the Wand tool is. If you want it to grab more of the background, slide that tolerance slider up. If it's grabbing too much, like here it's selecting some of my face, slide the tolerance slider down. That's getting closer. You can also have it select more sections to add to what you already have. If you hold the Shift key on your keyboard, you'll see a little plus sign appear on the cursor, and then you can click to add more sections. Select as much of the green as you can, and then tap the Delete key to get rid of it. As you can see, it shows me a checkered background now. It doesn't show white. Those gray and white squares mean that the background is transparent. There's nothing there. Great. So now my picture of me and my friend is ready to use, and now I need another picture to be the background. There are lots of places to look for pictures, but a really good one to start with for this project is a website called Unsplash. There's a link to it in the Useful Links section of our class website. Searching Unsplash is probably better than just searching Google here because this will find photos that are in high resolution, photos that look really nice. I'm going to use an explosion, but you can search for any school-appropriate images you like. I like this first image, so I'll click on it, and then expand it. And then finally right-click on the image and choose Save Image As. I'll make sure it's going in my Everything IT folder and that it has a name that will help me find it. Then click Save. Now I'm ready to go back to Pixlr. You might think that this is like the pumpkin, and what you should do is open that image and then copy and paste it. But there's a better option here. Instead of copying and pasting, since we want to use the whole picture, we're going to click Layer and then Open Image as Layer. Find your image, click Open. And now this looks terrible because my explosion picture is so big. It's also on top of my picture of us. So I'll fix that problem first. I'll put it under the picture of us by clicking it and dragging it below the other layer. Now we're back on top. And then I need to shrink that explosion picture. I need to make it a lot smaller so that we can see the actual explosion part. This part is just like with your pumpkin. Click Edit, then Free Transform. I can see that my picture is huge, so I'll make it way smaller. And then move it around until I like what I can see behind me and my friend. I think that's nice and dramatic. When I'm done, I click somewhere else, and if I like what I did, I click Yes. And that's all there is to it. Now I have 2 layers, and by putting them together, I made a photo that's a lot more fun than the one that I started with. I'll make sure to save my image in my IT Club folder, and I'm done.